Hi guys, my name is Lane and I am starting my YouTube channel. This is my first video ever, and I'm just gonna do like an August TBR, kind of like I have a 2-week break from school, so I was gonna do a TBR and then I have a little book haul after, but I'm gonna talk about my TBR first. But I just wanted to start my YouTube channel. I love reading. I started it during the pandemic. I read when I was younger too, but started again during the pandemic, and I'm just like, I can't stop. So just wanted to continue, and I've been watching a lot of booktube and I got inspired, so I'm starting a YouTube channel. Again, my name is Lane, and welcome if you are here. So let's just get started. Okay, so for my August TBR, I have a lot of books. So this is quite an ambitious TBR for 2 weeks, but let's just get into it. So I do have a few mangas on here, and but I'm gonna start with the hardbacks because that is what I want to start with, because I can't take them to school. They're a little heavy. I'd rather take paperbacks. So I wanted to start with Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman. I've had this for a while and I just got inspired to read it. I'm pretty interested in like the Salem witch trials and stuff like that, so kind of has to do with that time. But yeah, it's been on my TBR for a while, so I figured hopefully I could pick it up. The next one, which I am currently reading, is The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. I'm not sure if I said his last name right. I am almost halfway through, but it's pretty good so far. It's kind of like Greek mythology, but also like thriller vibes, and I'm enjoying it so far. So we'll see how that one goes. Next, I have The Mary Shelley Club by Goldie Moldavsky. Might have said that wrong again, sorry. I believe this is YA because it is set in high school, and just has to do with a girl who's very into like horror movies, and the Mary Shelley Club gets interested in her. So I think it's also supposed to be a little bit of a thriller, but it sounded interesting, so definitely gonna read this one. And then I have House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. And I have a bookmark in it, but I haven't started it yet. I think this one's supposed to be like kind of creepy, kind of thrillerish, maybe a little bit. But other than that, I don't know too much about it, but I'm excited to read it. And I was waiting to read it when I'm not alone because I have heard it's a little bit creepy, so we'll see. The next one I want to read is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I bought this cover specifically because of the cover, and I like paperbacks a lot more. So I got this from Book Depository, and I was like, I have to have this cover because I like it better than the US version. I'm very excited to read this. I read a little clip, or like a sample of it on my Kindle, and I was intrigued, so I was like, I need to get it. At first I was like holding off because of the cover and all that, and then I was like, you know what, it sounds good, so I'm just gonna get it. Next I'll talk about the manga series that I want to read. It's called My Dress Up Darling, and there is a parental advisory warning, so just so you know. But I wanted to read My Dress Up Darling 1. I got number 2 as well, number 3, and then number 4, which these are all the ones that are out. Volume 5, I believe, comes out next year. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's out yet. But it is about like this girl, and she meets this guy in school who likes to like fashion design or like costume design, and she kind of gets him to do that for her, and I think there's like some romance. So I think this sounds very cute, and since it is only 4 volumes, I can read these pretty quick, and I figured that'd be a good thing to add to my TBR for a 2-week break. Next I have The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis, and I saw this on Books with Chloe. I absolutely love her channel. I love Jamie's Library, which is Jamie, her friend, and then Kate Literature. Caitlin, I love their channel so much. I saw this on her channel and I looked it up and I was like, yes, definitely reading that. So I was very interested in it. I think it's supposed to be kind of like girl boss. Like this says, the female of the species is more deadly than the male. Hooked. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one. Next I have Circe by Madeline Miller. We've all heard of this one. I also got the Song of Achilles, which is right here. I had to do this. I've heard so many good things, so I was like, you know, why not give it a try? Sometimes like Greek mythology or like history kind of is hard for me to read just because I can get a little lost, but I am excited. And these aren't like too dense or anything. The writing's kind of small, but should be fine. You know, I think I'll enjoy it. Next I have The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Also got this cover specifically because of the cover. It's just plain. I like it. Anyways, also kind of dense, kind of a big book, but it's been on my TBR for a while and I really do want to get to this. If I don't get to it in this 2-week break, I could probably bring this with me to school because it is a paperback. But yeah, I think we all know what this one's about too. Dark Academia. Super interesting. I love dark academia, so as you can see, there's some on my TBR. And then this is the final one I have on my TBR. It's called Final Girls by Riley Sager. I read another one of his books, Home Before Dark, and I did enjoy it. I am super bad at catching hints, so I wasn't really expecting the twist, kind of. Like, I got it a little bit, but not much. So I also saw this on Books with Chloe. Jamie wanted her to read it for August, so I'm very interested in reading this. I do like some thrillers sometimes, and I've definitely been getting into more like thriller, scary books, so we'll see how this goes. Like I said, very ambitious TBR for 2 weeks, so I doubt I'll get to all of them. I'll definitely try to do a wrap up after what I get to, but we'll see how it works out. But I am halfway through The Maiden, so that's a good start. The one I wouldn't get to is probably Magic Lessons. It is a little bit bigger. I mean, so is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and the Mary Shelley Club, so we'll see how that works. But otherwise, the mangas definitely help because they're a little bit shorter. So yeah, that is my TBR for August. Okay, next I want to do the book haul, and I have quite a few books because I'm home and I love books. There's been too many that I've been reading up on that I'm like, yes, I want to read that, yes, I want to read that, and I don't read fast enough, but I got these anyways. So let's get started. First one is A Lesson in Vengeance. Sounds so interesting. It's by Victoria Lee. It just came out at the beginning of this month, I believe. I know it's fairly new, it's this year, but it's also like dark academia, like something else is going on. I believe supposed to be kind of like witchy too. So I'm very intrigued by this book, and I would also put this on my TBR, but it's already big, so probably won't get to that. But yeah, very interested. Next one is In the Ravenous Dark by A.M. Strickland. Also sounds very interesting, and I believe this came out in July, or I can't remember when it came out, but it's this year. And it sounds very interesting. I know the main character is pansexual, I believe she is. So it's just kind of about, it's definitely fantasy, but it is about like her loving these two different people, kind of a love triangle situation, kind of people. It sounds very interesting and a little bit dark, so should be cool. Also, the covers, just wow. Okay. Next one is The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. Also witchy. I am very much in the witch vibe, and obviously some Greek mythology, so but yeah, obviously about witches and just kind of how they control the weather, but it is also kind of about this girl who is trying to you know, be a witch, but also like wants to be, I think there's a love interest, so there's more to it than just like the seasons, but very pretty. Also, wow, I'm very much a paperback person, but I saw that and I was like, okay, that might be worth it because it's very pretty. So I do like the pretty books too, and I know, like, I think it goes through the seasons, and so like autumn, I think it like breaks up the pages like this, or the seasons, so very interested to read that. Next, this one is called The Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I've already read this book. I read it for Chloe's Patreon, Books with Chloe, and it was absolutely amazing. I read it on my Kindle because I was still in school, but wow. I have a reading journal, and the quotes for that month are pretty much all from this. It's amazing. It's bisexual vampires. There is a trigger warning for like abusive relationships, so just be warned there. But let me just read the dedication to you because amazing, and I'm sure you heard it on Books with Chloe and everything. Just amazing. To those who escaped a love like death, and to those still caught in its grasp, you are the heroes of this story. Wow. Like, kind of makes me want to cry, but so good. Like, if you feel you can read this, read it. It's so amazing, and I love vampires too, so it was very good. Next, this is a series. I got The Poppy War and The Dragon Republic. I didn't get the third yet because the paperback comes out in November, and I was just gonna wait a little bit, mostly to make sure I like it, though Jamie from Jamie's Library loves this series, so, and I've been eyeing it for a while. Again, I'm a paperback person, so I really like to wait for paperbacks if I can, or find them on Book Depository, but I'm very excited to read this. I was a little worried about reading it just because history a little bit, but Jamie said it wasn't too bad, so I'm very excited to read it. I think it'll be very good, kind of fantasy, and then obviously some historic pieces in there as well. Next, I got What We Devour by Lindsay Miller. It says, if you can't tame your demons, set them free. Very interesting. I found this paperback, and I know I shouldn't get them from Amazon, but I did find it on Amazon, which was kind of surprising because this just came out this year. So kind of surprising to find it on paperback already, but yeah, it sounds very interesting. The catchphrase is, sometimes you have to bite the hand that feeds you. Yes, sometimes. But let me see. The main character has like some secret powers that she's kind of kept hidden. She just wants to keep like a chill life. Like, it says marry her best friend, and just kind of stay hidden. And then it says a notoriously bloodthirsty crown prince comes to arrest her father and immediately recognizes her for what she is, so notices she has powers and makes a deal. But it sounds very interesting. It's not too thick, but very pretty cover. Okay, next, I think everyone's heard of this one, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I have been eyeing this since I started reading, and I finally got it. Finally. But I'm very excited to read this. I hear such amazing things about it, and that'll make you cry, and I'm like, I'm here for it. Make me cry. So I think that's all I'm gonna say about that one. We pretty much know what that's about. Next, I got We Hunt the Flames. I also read like a sample on my Kindle, and amazing. I was hooked immediately, and I was like, I have to get this. So got it. Next, I got The Diviners by Libba Bray. So I was like, this has been on my, to read list for a long time on Goodreads, so I got it. And yeah, sounds interesting. So it's set in 1926 in New York. Sounds kind of dark. Okay, to continue, I got From Blood and Ash, and then A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. I think we all know these as well. I'm here for the spice. So I did get just the 2 because, again, I want to make sure I like them and do want to continue. But I know there's a 3rd one out, and I think she's working on a 4th one, but I could be wrong. It's by Jennifer L. Armentrout. She's got a lot of books. But yeah, I'm here for the spice. So next I have For the Wolf by Hannah Whitten. I believe this is somewhat new, but again, I read a sample of this on my Kindle. I'm very intrigued. So I can't wait to read this one. It says, as the only second daughter born in centuries, Red has one purpose: to be sacrificed to the wolf in the Wilderwood, in the hope he'll return the world's captured gods. And I think there's like more to it, like she, ends up with the wolf and kind of learns the secrets, and that there's more to it than just that. Next, I got Serpent and Dove, and then Blood and Honey. I know the 3rd one just came out, but paperback. I also like my series to match, so waiting for the paperback. Of course, also want to make sure I like it before I get a whole series, and I'm like, I don't want to continue. But again, I think it's supposed to be a little bit spicy, but I could be wrong. But anyways, it's a witch and a witch hunter thrust into holy matrimony. Again, witches. I'm here for it. These ones, A Touch of Darkness. I got A Touch of Ruin, and then A Touch of Malice, which is the 3 in Persephone's point of view. But these ones have become pretty popular. So there's Persephone's point of view, Hades' point of view, and then dual point of view. If you can see, this is just a Persephone and Hades sort of modern retelling, I believe. Like, it says she's a journalist, and then obviously her and Hades encounter each other, and I believe this is a very spicy book, but I wanted to get the series because I have a feeling I'm really gonna like it. Again, sort of Greek mythology vibes, but a little modern, it sounds like, so should be very interesting. Yeah. And then my last one, we've heard of this too, especially if you watch Kate literature and books with Chloe, Bunny by Mona Awad. I have been holding out on this because I really wanted the hardcover, but the hardcover is like super expensive because it was so popular for so long, like trying to buy it. But I just caved and got the paperback. Obviously I like paperbacks. I just didn't like, I liked the black with the, I believe it was like an orange or like maybe pinkish bunny on it, but it's pretty short. I also hesitated because I heard from someone that there might be some animal abuse, which I don't particularly love, but I don't think anyone does. But you know, I figured I should see for myself and go into it maybe with an open mind. And I've heard really good things, and I've been intrigued by this for a while, so should be fast, should be fun. And I've heard really good things about Mona Awad. Kate Literature loves her, read her new book, so I think I want to read that one too. I believe it's called All's Well. So yeah, and that's it for the book haul. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little 2-week TBR and my book haul. There was quite a lot of books to get through, so sorry if I didn't explain much, but yeah, it was a lot of books, a lot of series too, but I'm hoping to do some vlogs, but we'll see. I am also trying to enjoy my break, so I may just do like a wrap up at the end, but I do want to start some vlogs, so hopefully look out for those and see how it goes. But I hope you enjoyed. Let me know like what you're reading currently, what's on your TBR, so let me know. But I hope you have a good day or night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.